Past is past. That is the common word we ever heard to those people who doesn't want to talk about history. It's either my history, your history, and our history as a Filipino. But do you know that history is more than a history that you think of? And this is something that we should ponder and discover. Good day everyone, I am Rally Nubeha, first year AP Political Science student, and cheers to the history that we'll be talking about today. When we say about the history, we think about the past. According to Arthur Marwick, history is the bodies of the knowledge of the past produced by historians, together in everything that involved the production, communication of, and teaching of that knowledge. According to Britannica.com, history is a discipline that studies the chronological events as affecting a people or nation based on a critical examination of source materials and usually presenting an explanation for their causes. This is why historians do not only narrate about the past, but also provide evidences that gives us a glimpse of the past. But why is history so important? Why do we keep on bringing up what happened long time ago? Does it really matter? Yes, it is. We are here in the present because of the past. We have this human feature because we inherited from the people of the past. I can speak English, Hiligaynon ni Tagalog, because that was the language that has been used by my past generation. We have our culture, religions, and beliefs because that has been passed to us by our ancestors. And we have the knowledge on how to govern our societies because we learned it from our past societies. So understanding the linkages between past and present is an absolute understanding of the condition of the human being. That, in a nutshell, is why history matters. It is not only useful, it is essential. And that is from Penelope Portfield. When we share something from history, especially when it's entertaining and relevant, people will look for that and ask, what is your sources? You know, there are two kinds of historical sources, namely the primary and secondary sources. So what are the difference between the two? We have our primary sources, which refers to the documents, physical objects, and oral or video described. These materials provide facts from the people who actually witnessed the events. The examples of this are diaries, video recordings, letters, artifacts, and more. The secondary sources are the materials made by people long after the events being described had taken place. These materials and documents provide valuable interpretations. Examples of this are the newspaper articles, textbook, dictionaries, encyclopedias, magazines, and more. Now that we have our historical sources, how can we make sure that the information are credible and reliable? This is why historians must employ an external and internal criticism. This is to make sure that there is no false information being shared. External criticism refers to the authenticity of the document. It answers when, where, and who produced the material. This is the lower criticism that makes sure the historical sources is genuine. After examining if the historical sources is genuine, there will be an internal criticism which deals with credibility and reliability of the historical sources. This focuses on understanding the substance and message of the historical sources that tries to convey by examining how the author framed the intent and meaning of the composed material. We already know where we can read history and how to make sure it is credible and reliable. But where are those places where we can find more access about primary sources of history? Now, there are two major repositories of documentary sources, mainly the National Libraries and the National Archives. There are also documentary sources found outside of the Philippines, especially in Spain and in the United States. Now, to fully understand the topic, here are the summary to ponder.